This is kind of crazy to see. We all knew there's always some tomfoolery happening in the world at all times, but coming off this weekend in the UFC 250 event, man, first and foremost, I think everybody saw that. Everybody thought, wow, that's really cool, except for the people who are idiots. If you saw that, you saw the Eagles flying in, you saw the flyover and all the thing. Powder, did you see the UFC 250 event?
I did not. I saw a clip of some people on what is this called? Motorbikes doing some flips and tricks.
Oh yeah, Travis Pastrana. Yeah, he was over there doing all the tricks. Leaflet, I know you're making some AI imagery right now, but we've learned a little bit more about this over the weekend, as there was actually a terror threat that was a total plot that was put together. And I just want to read this first and foremost before I play the video here. This courtesy of Eric Doherty over on X says, holy crap, the FBI busted an explosive drone terror plot that targeted President Trump's UFC 250 event at the White House. They plan to blow up explosive-packed drones and forcing crowds into pre-stage sniper team.
What the
Wow.
A second wave to storm the White House gate. So they were literally going to storm the gate right here.
It's just as a heads up, like this is a slaughter, right? Like you're talking about an absolute slaughter from these wonderful people, these wonderful, nice people that they think are on the right side of history.
A network of 24 suspects identified. And we have a picture of the ringleader here in just a little bit.
Explosive-packed drones hitting buildings near the event, forcing a mass evacuation and steering crowds towards a pre-staged sniper team. A second wave was then planned to storm the White House gate. The FBI first learned of the threat last Wednesday and worked with law enforcement across multiple states to stop it. Joining us now on the phone, former FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino. Dan, thank you for getting on the air with us. What else can you tell us? This is quite a frightening and sobering discovery.
Well, notice the class warfare language amongst the plotters there that appears in.
All right, so he doesn't really say a whole lot. Actually, the clip stops right there. But we have this from FBI Director Kash Patel. Says on June 10th, FBI and our law enforcement partners became aware of a potential threat. By the way, this is like 2 days before. 2 days before this is happening. What happened on the 13th or 12th or 13th? Thanks to the rapid action of this FBI, our partners, and the Department of Justice in a multi-state operation, multiple individuals are now in custody, and alleged planned attacks were stopped cold. While the result represents the best of investigative work, it is also nothing out of the ordinary for this law enforcement team. We are built to detect, respond, and bring to justice those who threaten the lives of American citizens, particularly during large gatherings like the historic UFC 250 fight. That's exactly what we did here. I want to thank our great agents and partners. Okay, there you go, right? So they announced this. Man, okay, before I show you the guy here, I guess one of the guys, may not be the ringleader here, but I've learned a lot about this guy very quick. Before we get to that, your initial reaction to this happening.
This is the reason, by the way, if everyone was wondering, like, why it's hard for us to run events.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this. Everyone, like, we've talked about doing a VTuber event. We've talked about doing a convention. This is the reason, because there are Looney Tunes out there, and we do not have the FBI just hanging out, ready to bust terror plots, which totally sucks, you know. And even to another extent, we saw Tim Pool had events canceled, right? There was threats around him. We even saw Hassan Piker events get canceled because of this. Like, none of this is okay. This is not an okay thing. And just the idea that you even have to say that is insane. Powder, your thoughts on this?
I mean, I remember looking up at the sky and seeing people fly their drones around, and I was like, that stuff's gonna get outlawed. Like, there's no way, because people are gonna start making bombs and they're gonna strap the bombs to the drones. And yeah, so like, to me, I mean, still surprising to hear about, but I was like, yeah, it was coming.
Phoenix, I would love to hear your thoughts, because I'm sure this is, you say all the time about how these people hate you. I can't think of a better example of this.
Yeah, that's why I always talk with urgency. Like, I don't fuck around. I mean, I do truly believe, and it's been proven time and time again, that at least a minority of these people do want us dead. It's like, that's not hyperbole. They genuinely want you dead, which is always interesting because as much as we can differ, I'm going to speak for myself. As much as I may differ from their opinions on whatever it may be, politics, culture, whatever it may be, I certainly would never want them hurt, injured in any way. I also wouldn't want their voice silenced in any way. So it's just interesting to me that they just want us dead. And they don't care that this administration was elected by the people. The very democracy they think is going away was elected by the people. And they not only want their voice silenced, they want them dead. This was a slaughter. This is disgusting. This is horrific. If it's all true, I hope this is not a slap on the wrist. I hope this to me is at minimum life in prison. And I'll tell you, the thing that scares me the most about drone bombs is that, God forbid, obviously, if they hit the target, that's horrible. But one thing that also scares me is that even if there's some technology out there, and I believe there is, to disrupt that in the skies, there's still a bomb there. And that's going to drop potentially even on civilians, innocent people. Everyone's innocent here as far as civilians are concerned. But you know what I mean? Even people that were not the target, right? All of this is terrifying. I don't like it. That's my hot take. I just don't like it.
I have a hotter take than that. When are we going to use violence against them? And what I mean by that is, when are we going to get these people and put them in a fucking box, like permanently? Because there needs to be very strict, very, very strict consequences for this. Like we keep fucking around all the time. Like this happens and they get like some light sentence or something like that. I want maximum. I want like as far as possible within within the realm of the law.
100% agree with you. 5 people have been arrested for this. We have one of their mugshots. The first one is Tyson Proper, and I think I'm saying this correctly, of Ohio. He's been arrested by the FBI for allegedly planning a terrorist attack to bomb. Says use explosive drones to target buildings in the area. Multiple other suspects have been arrested. This kid, apparently Tyson Proper, he does look like a 35-year-old man, but he's 19 years old.
No way.
Whoa.
19. All right, according to Grok, we know 5 people who have been arrested here. Of the whatever, how many, 19, 20 people it was. Way too many. Tyson Proper over here, 19, from Knox County, Ohio, described as one of the earliest arrests, right? So this is just shortly after, reported that after his mother alerted authorities about his behavior, firearm purchase and online communications, his mom turned him in. She deserves a medal. He faces charges including attempted murder of a federal officer and is accused of discussing plans for explosive drones to trigger evacuations towards snipers. Okay, there's one. Next, Michael Allen Thompson from Southern California. Allegedly, one of the organizers' court affidavits cite signal chats with maps of the venue, sniper position suggestions. Wow, my gosh. Recovered rifles and ammo, and statements about elites, Epstein, and Trump, charged with conspiracy to commit murder. My God. Byron Omar Roa, Omar Roa, also from Southern California, arrested alongside Thomas and charged with conspiracy to commit murder with connection to the scheme. Abraham Hermosillo Alvarez, arrested in Nebraska. Daniel Eskeridge, arrested in Missouri. My gosh, this is nuts. 23 people in signal chats, all based off of affidavits and initial charges right here. So this is mind-blowing to me. Powder leaflet, the floor is yours. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot to say about this.
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to know like their motivations, like the why.
Oh, I think we all know why, right? I mean,
propaganda, insanity, you name it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you look at this guy, Michael Allen Thomas over here, made statements about elites, Epstein, and Trump, right? So that's the line right now. Oh, your president's a pedophile. Blah, 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 blah. Epstein, he's friends with Epstein, right? Like that's the propaganda playbook right there. They are literally radicalizing these people to take action here. They saw what they thought was a soft target. They wanted to act on it. I don't know. This is crazy to me. Let's just think through this a little bit more, right? You had this event. Who was the audience at that event? Who were the 4,000 people that were on the White House lawn?
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think a good portion were also servicemen and women, I believe.
Bingo. Think about this. They're going to fire drones, cause the servicemen and women to scatter, putting them down a shooter's alley where snipers are going to take out servicemen and women. Tell me these people love America. Please tell me these people who are.
No, I don't think they do.
Are we gonna do something about it, or are we gonna wait till it actually happens before we go like, oh god, look what happened, guys? Like, I don't know. I feel very irritated. Like, I've been irritated for a while about this. Actually, is that there's people who openly advocate for this stuff online. They actively terrorize people, and we don't do anything about it. Like, nothing. You know, I hate to say the meme, but nothing ever happens, right? And as long as nothing ever happens, it's gonna keep escalating and escalating and escalating, because that's what they do. They're habitual line steppers in every aspect of what they do. They cross the line. They're like, is it okay that I cross the line? And then like, okay, you know what, we'll tolerate that. And then they do it again, and they do it again. And this is how they operate. And as long as like there isn't a person to be like, okay, you know what, and like actually holds them responsible for these actions, it's going to keep happening. And I feel like this is going to be another case of we're not going to do anything until people die, and then we'll make a big deal out of it. We'll get our news stories, and then we'll use it to take away everyone's rights to the maximum. And that's what's going to happen.
Leaf, do you actually believe that there is any deterrent for these zombies? Because I don't. Do you like, really think
if they post, you know, if they're saying this kind of violent stuff online, like they're saying like we should, they're advocating for violence. They're saying we need to do this. These groups that they're in, they need to be taken down. Like this stuff festers because they're allowed to be very open about their violent tendencies, and to recruit people set up their little networks like on Discord and all sorts of platforms. And I mean, I don't know, it's ridiculous. So you're telling me like some of the best intelligence agencies in the world, and these people are still operating like in plain sight on X? Like, you kidding me?
I'd like to remind you, this is Hassan Piker telling people to murder people I think it was congressmen in the streets.
Yeah, well, there you
go.
go.
My understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
So that's like exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't understand how that is. Yeah, like that.
That's
I don't understand how that guy is free.
That's what I mean. Like
I don't understand it.
If that is allowed, and people keep saying stuff like that, like what else would it do other than create people that want to take it to the next level? And here's the thing: is these people are such fucking cowards, because if they really believe that, then why don't you just fucking do it yourself? They know exactly what they're doing. They are weaponizing freaking idiots, right? I mean, I don't know if you saw the recent videos of them like interviewing people on the streets, trying to get them to read index cards, but they can't even fucking read. Like you got these idiots being weaponized by these people. I mean, whatever you want to say about how, dude, he obviously knows what he's doing. Again, it is weaponizing morons to do the dirty work for them, because they don't want to do it themselves, because they know there's consequences.
I think this all is tricky, because like you know, look, some people will say I want to hurt person X, and they're kidding, and it gets tricky. It seems like that side is very good at. It always seems like they're in bed with lawyers, because they know exactly how to do something where you're just able to do it without getting in trouble. Because I mean. The Hassan one to me seemed pretty, at least worthy of an investigation. You know, I'm not saying lock him up immediately, but it does worth a talking to at the very minimum, just to make sure how serious he is. But Leaf, my question to you though is so I'm 100% with you. My question to you is, do you believe there is any deterrent that could be put in place, or like, let's say we try to make a case out of these people and say like, see, this is what happens to you. Do you think that would stop these people? Because I don't. I think right now they all want to be martyrs. I think they're so gone now. Actually, we just had I'm not going to get into it. We just had a family member that went full derangement, and you could see they're gone. They checked out of the building. There's no logic or reasoning with them. And to me, that's what makes this even more scary, is because I don't know if there's any deterrent that you could put in place. I think now it may just be time for legal actions and things like that you're discussing, because I don't think anything's going to dissuade them otherwise.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely doesn't help that they're allowed to do that, right? Like
100. I'm with you.
Right?
Sure.
And it's like here's my point: is what can we be doing to mitigate this, and why are we doing nothing? that's. I mean, if Hassan can say shit like that, obviously and openly, then what is even the point?
This may sound nuts and it may sound off topic. To me, it's not. I've always, and I think I said this to Kirsha, and I think she kind of disagreed with me. But to me, I feel there should be some. This needs more time in the oven, but some kind of law in place that freedom of speech is our number one. Like, that's it. Like, that is our number one thing that says we are Americans. And if anyone gets in the way of that, it should be a gigantic punishment. So, example, if I'm doing very peaceful protesting and you get an Antifa type that is essentially trying to stop me from being able to talk, that is not like, okay, break it up, fellas, life in prison. Like, it is you are not, like, it's to ensure that we never gets out of hand. It's the idea that everyone should have their freedom of speech. It should not ever be silenced. And that helps prevent violence. Let them talk. You can protest across the street as well, but you're not allowed to physically stop someone from doing it, if that makes sense. And I wonder if something in there can help, because all of this is filed under that. This is now also an attack on freedom of speech. You are taking away our democracy, the person that we put in power, if that makes sense.
Well, the issue here, right, isn't necessarily, I mean, sure, we could go maximum degree on it, right? But we could even go halfway. Get that, right? Like, the point is that we do nothing, right? I mean, it's fine. I mean, I don't really disagree with you on that. It's just, I feel like we can get halfway to where everybody can, like, most people can agree on it, and then we just execute that. But we choose to execute nothing consistently.
90 years. I'll meet you halfway.
So, all right, let's do it.
Solitary confinement.
Powder, you asked about the motivation behind this.
Yeah.
And there has been some motivation that's been put out according to Grok.
Yes.
Key elements include anti-capitalist, right, ideology here. Suspects in the Signal group reported adhere to accelerationist ideology. The nihilistic belief system seems to hasten the collapse of modern society, particularly American capitalism, to trigger a revolution, to rebuild from the ruins. Targeting elites over here. Capitalistic elites. It's all about capitalism here.
Fucking commies, bro.
Yeah, they're all commies.
Literally the worst.
Yeah. Then we have the 19-year-old says he was involved in planning a coordinated attack to jumpstart a revolution. He and others believe the U.S. was headed in the wrong direction and needed to be torn down so it could be rebuilt.
Wow.
No foreign ties have been reported. The suspects are described as U.S. citizens driven by domestic radical ideologies. Officials
domestic? I don't know about that.
Well, officials have linked their rhetoric to heated political discourse. But once again, this is 19 years old. A 19-year-old kid. What does a 19-year-old know anything about politics? Like,
Yuri
at all?
Bezmenov was right, man. I keep saying it.
We have a little bit more, about a 2-minute long clip.
The first image, I believe, that we're going to show is a rifle that belonged to her son, according to authorities. The other is a screen grab, several screen grabs showing aerial images and maps of the Washington, D.C. area and discussing where snipers possibly would be related to the White House. This is all evidence that is posted on an official court docket right now.
Give this mother whatever she wants. She, like, I don't know who this mother is, but she's the one who, if it wasn't for her, none of this would have been uncovered. Man, give her a raise, whatever she's making. Give her a raise. That's spectacular for her. But also very worrying that it took the mom to find this. They thought Signal was a way to talk secretly, but apparently it is not.
Official government document. But I will say 19-year-old Tyson Proper's mother called police after she was concerned about his purchases and communications with people online. It then led them to conversations that he allegedly had with someone named Brian Roa and Michael Thomas in Southern California. They appeared yesterday before a federal judge. We're also told that there is a suspect in Nebraska and one in Missouri as well. So what we're being told here, Kaylee and everyone on the couch, is that this alleged plot consisted of a plan to have drones that were actually armed with some type of firepower go and attack buildings around the White House. And once people left, they were going to have snipers nearby attacking some of the people leaving. This was a serious plot. The FBI, the Secret Service investigating this right now. And as you heard the deputy director of the Secret Service right there say that they believe there are more people out there. Right now, though, 5 people facing these charges. And it's incredible to go through these documents and see what happened. But it appears that it was this 19-year-old's mother in Ohio who really spilled the beans on this entire case by letting people know that she had some concerns about her son, Kaylee.
Thank goodness that mom did that. And that 19-year-old is the one I mentioned who was alleged to use his graduation money to purchase these weapons. Wow, David, thank you for this update.
Wow. Wow.
You remember the good old days? We would just hang them all. Good old days,
Right.
Mom.
When you didn't have to worry about 19-year-olds using their graduation money to, murder the president.
Hear me out, though. What we should do is the mom of the kid, the kid whose mom ratted, he should get life. Everyone else should be executed. That way, like they're like, well, if I rat out my kid, at least he won't be executed.
A little bit of leniency right there. I see the logic
Good
behind
idea.
it.
I'm all about incentive. Incentive drives everything. If you can control incentive, then you can control everything.
Leif, I'll help you out. What if? Just not to put on my God King Emperor hat. Everyone, if they're every single one of them, if they are in fact found guilty, the entire family, entire generations beheaded. That's what we do. And we play soccer in public with their heads. What do we think? We could paint them black and white and we can kick them around. The entire family. So we just go like, listen, this person's such a bag of shit. Clearly came from a bag of shit lineage. All shall be punished. What do we think, Leif?
I don't know.
Because I can keep going.
Like mom, right? Like this mom actually ratted them out, right? So it's like, obviously, I mean, who knows, right? Like the mutations can cause people to be ridiculous, right? But I actually have a better idea. Is like we get all of these people, right? Hear me out. All of the people that plan this stuff, we get them on a plane. We get an island, all right? And we fly the plane over the island. And then they have little parachutes, and we kick them out of the plane with parachutes.
Parachutes? Just drop them.
No. And then on the ground, we litter like weapons, like guns and like all.
It's like a real life Fortnite.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. We just
A real life Hunger Games, bro.
Yeah, except whoever wins still gets executed. So it's just really it's just delaying the inevitable.
Wow. I would like to let you know that coming soon to our merchandise shop, we will have Phoenix for God King Emperor.
Yes!
Merchandise available soon.
Oh, wow.
This will be soon available for you, Phoenix, which is wonderful. If you'd like to vote for Phoenix, he'll be our candidate coming soon. Some would say he's fairly extreme. I would say he's just what the doctor ordered.
Exactly.
It reminds me of like that meme from Mean Girls. I'm voting for Phoenix because he pushed her in front of a bus. That's Phoenix pushing people in front of buses.
Yeah.
That's right. There we go.
We'll get it done. We'll get her done.
We have other options here.
Yes.
One will, one rule, one Phoenix right here. A new age, new order, a new eternity right there. and you
I'm
said
surprised
that
you didn't write down like he will rise because like Phoenix's rise from the flames. They are reborn every day.
Nice. I like it. Do you like the one with
write that down.
Phoenix? Do you like the ones with the eagles, or do you like the one where you're actually wearing a crown?
No, I really like the eagle one. I do like that. Yeah. It's perfect.
Okay.
And because the idea is once we have cleaned everything up, I hand the crown back. I say, okay, we're done with the task. Let's get back to democracy now. That's what I say. I hand the power back. Hell, I'll go one step further. I will say, lock me up because all tyrants should be locked up. That's my final thing. I put my hands out and I go, for my final act, put me in prison because I deserve it. Fuck tyrants. But I get like a nice mansion. Like it's a nice mansion with little bars.
A nice walk-up.
And I can come out anytime I want.
The celebrity jail, right?
You get to live in one of those the Columbia prisons for what's his name, the narco guy who just made his own prison. Did he have like giraffes and stuff?
Yeah. Oh, I like the giraffe. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I did. Circling all the way back to. It's always good that we can laugh about giraffes and terror plots in the same segment. I appreciate that. That's good.
Terroristic giraffes. Yeah.
I think it really would only take one game of soccer with somebody's head for this stuff to stop. I think. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just imagine. I mean, because like that sucks. It's like, boy, oh boy, I wouldn't want my head being played as a soccer ball. It's like that might be the deterrent.
Wouldn't even roll properly.
Well, that's what's so much fun, because that's why you need so many different heads, because that thing is just going to veer off. We're like, we need another one.
Pivot.
Making
So
a ball
many
pit.
heads.
So
Vote God King Emperor Phoenix and let's get her done.
people will say that this is awful, like the kinds of like they will the leftist woke people. They'll point this out and they'll be like, "Wow, look how awful and violent they are." We're talking about people who are awful and violent,
Right.
and that they should get exactly what they're trying to do to other people.
We're also kidding. We have no power to do any of this stuff.
I
just like-
I'll do it.
We're not
I like
urging
the-
anyone to do this.
The idea that somebody would be like, man, can you believe they want to behead somebody and play soccer with their head? That's just ridiculous. But they're forgetting the idea that these people wanted to fly drones and then shoot people, and it's from a sniper's nest. Like, once again, consider whose head you're playing soccer with.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
I
we
don't
also,
care about them
and
at all.
prior to this, we also agreed that my worst enemy in the world, I would want them to have free speech. I wish no harm on them and stuff like that. You cannot say that the other way around. How many times have we had assassination attempts and some executed literally, and they're laughing and this is not a good group over there. Not a good group.
Hit that subscribe button right here and watch another video right here.